Word Balloon is brought to you by the League of Word Balloon Listeners. It's that time again. Time for another, Star Trek rewatch, whatever the hell we call this stupid thing. I'm John Sutras of Section 31, representing the Trill Empire. It's Commander Franco in Section 32. And in an almost hoodie / Christopher Pike sort of outfit, it's Captain Mitch Halleck.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's on the wrong show. He looks lost in space.
Yeah, right? Will Robinson.
Danger. Great John Williams score. You can't deny that.
It is John Williams and the Castaways, I think, or something like that.
The Castaways, were they like his Dick Dale band or whatever?
No, that's his name. I think Gilligan's Island. He did the song for one of them, and it says the Castaways.
Oh, funny.
Yeah,
he was Johnny Williams back then, of course.
Yes, he was.
So Langley, good to see you. Thank you very much. Hey, so we got a nice crowd tonight. Very good. I'm impressed.
It's just the three of us, Johnny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a nice crowd. It's just the three of us, really, and Langley.
It's cozy. It's cozy.
No, we actually have people watching. This is good. I like it. It's good. I like it. I like the part where people are watching us talk about Star Trek Discovery. So episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I don't have much to. I mean, I have a couple things I'll complain about, of course.
Yeah,
but again, I'd give it like a 5. What do you boys think as I burp?
That's nice. Yeah, a 5. It was one of those shows that was you could have left on in the background, and you're like, yeah, okay, nothing earth shattering. It was all right.
Well, more pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah,
we'll talk. Francis, what'd you think?
I liked it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did actually, because it reminded me more of a Star Trek episode that we've been seeing lately.
Yes,
from Discovery, and I thought it was good. They explained some things. They brought up other questions. They did some Burnham things, which is the part that I still don't like. I don't like Burnham. I love her as an actress. I think she's awesome. I loved her on Walking Dead. I don't like her character.
It's not her fault. And they make everything. I mean, they make everything about her. The computer tells Saru to have a dinner to bring the crew back together. Let's talk about Michael. How do we all get together? We're all behind Michael, and it's just like, all right. So apparently now they've created a Michael Burnham holiday for the ship. So it's supposed to Captain Picard Day. You got Commander Burnham Day, I guess, and that's
Michael Burnham
let's all just talk about when we followed Michael. Remember what we all said? Yeah, we said we're not getting enough lines and enough screen time, and she gets all the good stuff to do.
Wait! I got to ask a question about that. Was that glitch on the computer? Was that ever on there before, or was that something new? It like the interface turned like a pinkish.
Well, they had to download the new operating system overnight.
I was like, what was that?
Exactly.
It's the new Apple operating system. They had to download.
Okay.
There's a couple of glitches. Yeah.
Siri, can you make us go warp factor 4?
It turned into Jarvis for a minute. I'm like, oh look, it looks like Jarvis from the Avengers, and then it went off the screen. So I don't know.
Langley says, I didn't hate this episode. Still have issues with Burnham Meeting. Needing to be the center of everything would have. Yeah, I totally agree, man. It should have been Culber on the Trill Homeworld. It made no sense.
Yeah.
Again, because it has to always be about it's Star Trek Burnham, boys. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And then it's annoying as hell.
Or at the very least, I know that they had the Doctor involved with the secondary storyline, the dinner storyline. The dinner party storyline, whatever.
Yeah.
But it would have made more sense to have
a medical person go.
Right.
An away team. Team.
Or a whole team, sure.
Yeah, but you don't need an away team when you got Burnham. Burnham will fix everything. You don't need an away team.
Well, and again, Culber, I get the reasons why he's like, oh no, you got to go down with her.
Right.
To sort it all out.
The explanation should have been, you should come along instead of you should go.
Right. Yeah. Or again, I think I have more training than you, given that I'm a medical person and probably have, given that they don't have ship counselors, that he probably, just the way that all the medicine men that we have seen from McCoy and Boyce of this era, that they seem to be part psychologist, part medicine, full medical doctor.
Even that furry they're full of shit. Even that furry cat thing from Lower Deck
would have gone down. Yeah, just for curiosity, and just like it's a whole new. They didn't know what trills were because I had to keep reminding myself this was before Deep Space Nine. I'm like, oh, that's right. They don't really know all about trills yet. So.
You know what? I didn't mind that because they had to explain what it was to the audience. I mean, they kind of glossed over it. I mean, they did it, but they glossed over it last episode. But this explained what a trill was to a new audience, which again is very Star Trek. It's a very Star Trek thing to do because at least if you have a new audience, you're explaining to them what it is, and the old audience is like, "Well, I know it, so that's fine."
But again, they kind of are shitting on continuity because the future. Because at first I'm like, they're like, "Well, no human and a trill have ever combined," and I'm like. Oh, yeah, maybe not in the 22nd century. But it's like, no, we're not in the 22nd century or 23rd century anymore. We're in the 31st century. Yeah. So therefore, Riker, I believe that was a trill in Next Generation.
Yeah.
I'm reasonably certain. So Riker has carried a symbiote. So for them to say no human and
that's not, I don't buy that. Riker just might have had indigestion.
Yeah.
So
he ate a lot of pizza. He ate a lot
No. Dr. Beverly. Dr. Beverly, I have feelings for you.
No,
you remember that episode?
Yeah.
With Riker, come on. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
But maybe it was indigestion. They wrote it off.
No, you're being cute, but you're wrong. You know that you're wrong.
The better part of the episode is when they showed the crew adjusting to the new life in the 31st century.
Oh, the montage.
Yeah, the montage. What? I thought they would have already kind of gone through this already, but I guess not.
This is the weakest Starfleet crew, and that includes lower decks. These guys are weenies. This is a crew of weenies.
I like Debbie Downer when they like pan the cast and everybody. Some people are smiling, some people are going with it, and then there's this blonde woman who I don't recall, whose hair was tied back in a ponytail, and you could almost hear the wah wah wah. wah. She was like,
"Well, her and Eyepiece.
Eyepiece woman was cool.
Eyepiece redhead.
They gave her shit to do this week. Finally.
You know what the funniest thing was at the dinner party? They should have had name tags. Hi, I'm so and so, because I watched it and I said, "Oh, well, we going to talk about the show today." I don't know anyone's name.
Black guy on the bridge is Boyce or Boyd.
Where'd you get that? Was it mentioned?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't.
And he's the communications officer.
I really need to take notes on a few.
I still don't know Asian guy's name.
Who's the turtle?
I don't know Debbie Downer. The guy with the big eyes?
Yeah, the turtle.
The turtle?
I call him the turtle guy.
Okay. Well, he was the one, as I said, he's the one in the first episode of the second season that sneezes on the guy on Captain Pike's science officer that dies when they're going to save Jet Reno.
That's the same. Okay, because I'm like, who is this guy?
Yeah, it's like the fourth. This is like the third or fourth time we've seen him, but I don't remember his name.
No,
Giorgio wanted to have sex with him last episode or 2 episodes ago.
Yes, and also once again, Giorgio, English as a fourth language.
Yeah.
I don't understand what we're saying at dinner, and it's again, I defy you to watch her in an interview. Or even in Crazy Rich Asians.
Maybe that's her character,
but again, it's annoying. It's like it doesn't help. It's
she's acting.
she's well, yeah, she's acting too much. Yeah, exactly. It is. It's like I found that thing. It's like her inflections are always on the wrong word that she's saying.
The
It's
wine is good.
And also, why do they keep inviting her? Like, why did they invite her to
Yeah.
the dinner
I
party?
love that Culver called her Emperor Giorgio.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, you silly, crazy cannibal mirror lady that like wants to eat Saru.
Yeah,
keeps looking at Saru like the chicken hawk with Foghorn Leghorn. I'm a chicken hawk.
I know you're not supposed to compare each show with each other, but out of all the captains, Cisco, Kirk,
he's the worst.
Archer, would any of those guys had a dinner party to get the crew to know? You think?
Sure.
Kirk,
Well, you know what? I kind of
no problem with that.
I defend him a little bit because he was kind of thrust into the position last minute, and they're in a new place and all that. And he was willing to give it up. From the writer's standpoint, in me, he was willing to give up the chair to Burnham because he felt he wasn't ready. So I'm okay. I'm okay with him trying to find his way through it.
Yeah, I get like, okay, fine, we need some sort of team building thing, and having an informal dinner is a good idea. But
they should have played a party game too.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, they did. It was the haiku.
Oh, that's right. They were doing that haiku thing. Tilly is the most annoying member. She's a lower decks type of character.
Yeah. And
I was
again, gotta swear every episode. Thank you, Tilly.
Yeah.
Gotta swear every episode.
They were being assholes.
Yeah, she called it out. Yeah.
Congratulations. She just discovered it, that everybody's an asshole on that ship. They all are all assholes. Stamets was being a douche.
They didn't bring
they don't want anyone to be likable on that show. I don't know. Maybe the Trill. Maybe the human Trill.
Why didn't the engineer get to go to dinner? Scotty would have gone to dinner with them. She wasn't at the table.
I don't know. All I know is that also worst medical staff on any Starfleet ship. Hey, you're fine. Yeah, why don't you go punch a pillow? You're fine, eyepiece lady. Everything's fine.
You got to admit,
okay,
when they're having the fight about landing the ship, that was
sorry.
Good.
It's right there. Ah, you're doing great. All right, yeah, thanks. All right.
No.
Did it do you want a lollipop? We're done.
No, I liked it. She lost her shit with the other guy. She's like, you landed the ship by yourself?
You are missing my point. My point is that the doctor who is checking her out is like, no, you seem tip-top. Go back to work. All right. Everything's fine.
Everybody's stress levels were off the chart.
Yeah, the doctor's not paying attention to any of this shit.
No.
They suck. They're terrible. Culber was bad with Klingon in disguise. Klingon in disguise. That's what you are. What's his name? For Tyler
Perry.
I need to go on that away mission. Okay, great. Yeah, you're checking out fine. Yeah. No problem. Here's a gold star. Here's a lollipop. We're done. Ugh. Strange. Insane. I was surprised they didn't use this almost 100,000 years in the future. Oh, maybe this is why. Jadzia almost died because the initiate was willing to cover up one of her past hosts was a serial killer. Right. That stole the symbiote. Right. I was surprised they didn't use that almost 1,000 years in the future. Whatever. I don't know. And also, I like the Trill's imaginary lover friend.
Yeah.
The
What's
ghost.
that about?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool if the host, her imaginary friend, can actually do things and stuff. That'd be cool. She can have like her own personal force ghost or something.
Like she's Harvey the Rabbit. She's there and no one else can
that's what I mean. Oh, Chitoy. No one can see me, can they, Francis?
You know what? When she's at the end playing the cello, I go, you could just end this episode.
No cello.
You could just end this episode nice, but she's going to hit a bad chord somewhere. It's like, boom, boom. Uh-oh, here comes the subplot. And they just throw that in there. She can't see me, can she? I'm like, oh, okay. She's got some kind of weird ghost thing going on now.
So what's wrong with that? That's part of a story. I like that. That's okay.
I guess. Space ghosts. All right.
But Dax.
Space ghost.
Yeah, forget it. Dax never had all the other people in her head.
That's not true.
She's not human.
Sure she did.
I mean, she wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't human.
No, but she did. Joran would mess with her. Joran would absolutely. And we don't. I mean, I'm assuming that the symbiote was supposed to be for her lover,
Mhm.
and the lover died, and so in an emergency situation, she got the Trill, and that's why they're kind of joined. I'm assuming that's.
And also, what kind of ship are they on that, like, this rogue asteroid? They never see it coming and kills her boyfriend.
I thought they got attacked.
Well, if you watch in the background, like out the window while they're talking, you can see this like asteroid hurtling towards them.
Maybe
you didn't catch that?
No, maybe Starship Troopers. Remember they would send those big asteroids across space to bomb the other people? Maybe it was that guy. I don't. Yeah, they got attacked. See, I thought they were attacked. I didn't think it was a rock.
I thought it was. I thought it was like
it was a rock.
I got a rock.
Exactly. All I got was a rock.
Charlie Brown attack. It was their Halloween episode.
Listen, Chuck, you serve me popcorn again. I'm gonna throw this rock at you.
Happy Thanksgiving, Chuck.
Yeah, because I don't want to go back and watch it again just to see if you're right. I'm like, no, I'll take.
Just watch that one part. You don't have to watch the whole thing.
Oh man. But I like the Trill homeworld. That was okay.
Yeah.
I am mildly intrigued by what the Federation does. Although, all right, we're in episode 5 next week. Hey, here's the Federation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and they got that cool guy from that Mumaimi movie. The Mummy, the Brendan Fraser Mummy movie. He was the guy in the desert. No, was he? Yeah, if I'm remembering. He's the cool guy with the hair, the commander guy.
Oh, next week.
Yes, next week.
Oh, I was like, who was he? The Trill? I'm like, I didn't see that.
And what else has he been in? The cool guy.
The cool guy. He was in the Mummy
too. Yeah,
he was in the Mummy, the Brendan Fraser Mummy. I think.
I don't know. I confess I haven't seen the Brendan Fraser Mummy.
No.
If we're talking about weird hair, the Trill guy, you know what bothered me is the part in his hair, because he had a part like right in the middle. Like,
and he had a bald spot back here. I caught.
Well, no, the bald spot is fine, but he had the part here and that. I kept looking at that. I'm like, what's up with that?
The Trill homeworld looked like behind a hotel, like a really posh hotel, like in the courtyard somewhere on their way to the buffet.
Star Trek Discovery, stay at the Trill Hotel.
Yeah, right. And it's like they come out with those like I don't know, Jabba the Hutt vibro blade axe things to stop them. 2 guys, and she whips her gun out and she shoots
and the lady.
Yeah, and then the thing of it is, she's like, "Oh, you want to go to the caves? They're that away." I was almost like expecting like spa.
I love
gym that way, cave that way.
I love that their saunas are this milky white substance that they
nasty.
But I like that. I forgot the new character's name. The host.
Let's call her Ezri.
It's not her. Okay.
No.
Yeah, you'll ruin it. But I like the way she just blurts out after she shoots all these people that's not the Federation way.
Yeah.
You know.
You would think the Trills would say, "Wow, this is the first starship we've seen in a long time since the burn. Come on down. No questions asked."
No, but they were blasphemers.
The guy did say it's a long time since we've seen a Federation ship.
They were excited until they found out that it was a human that was hosting the symbiote.
Yeah.
And they were pissed. Unclean.
So they all plotzed. They're like, what?
Yeah. Exactly. What?
I like the thing. Quick. Go in the little pool of stuff before the lady wakes up. And next thing you know, they show up. I'm like, oh, you should be quiet,
And then, of course,
Michael that wasn't telegraphed. Yeah.
Michael has to
and then Michael has to go in,
Right, because she's a better Trill than actual Trills are.
And she knew exactly what to do. That's
exactly
the touch her.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly the stuff I hate. They keep doing with Burnham. She
can do everything.
Yeah.
Thank you, Langley. It's Adira.
Adira, okay.
Adira. She looks like she's in the headlights. Adira in the headlights.
She's Adira in the headlights.
She reminded me of the girl from Deadpool. Remember pneumatic, whatever the girl was.
Megasonic.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's right. Megasonic. Whatever.
I kept thinking that was the actress. I go.
See that name I know. The crew of the Discovery, I don't know.
No.
I know.
It's sad that we just have these nicknames.
Stupid. It's stupid.
Seriously, the old show, you knew everyone's name within the first 10 episodes?
Well, again, because Mr. Wolf, fire. Mr. Crusher, engage.
They say their names.
Lieutenant Yar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now they're just barely doing it.
It wouldn't
hurt.
I said,
Redhead Eyepiece. redhead
Ricer,
eyepiece.
exactly. And
Decker, isn't she Decker?
Yeah, Detmer.
Oh,
Detmer and Bryce or Boyce, again, black guy
Okay.
in communications. Don't know Dreadlocks lady's name. Don't know Asian guy's name.
nobody knows Turtle
Tilly
Boy.
Saru and Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
That's your bridge crew.
Wow,
Why not? Because just like Hazel and
She did.
Alfred until we know their names.
Never cracked a smile.
I like it. No, he's right. She is Debbie Downer.
I like how
Hi,
the
Lieutenant Downer. Penny Marshall would have played her if it was the 70s.
the doctor's rubbing his back like, don't get upset when they were doing the dinner party.
Yeah,
I was like, what the hell? They're all fighting with each other. It's like it was like a family.
It was dumb. It was dumb.
Don't talk politics.
Again,
that's what it was supposed to be. Yeah,
these are deep space crews.
Yeah,
that you would think have dealt with isolation before.
Mm-hmm.
And no, because now they're 1,000 years in the future.
Yeah,
Who fucking who?
You think at some point they would have gone through some sort of training or psych profiles to do the deep space stuff?
Plus, they've been on the ship for what? How many years together?
Well, we don't know.
Oh, but I'm thinking they must get along by now. I mean,
Well, again, it has been 3 seasons. I don't know what that is in show actual time. And I'd have to go back, and please don't make me watch the pilot again, because did a lot of the Shinzu crew just transferred to Discovery after losing Giorgio?
Oh,
yeah,
maybe.
it might have.
I don't know.
But still, it's been 3 years.
Well, again, it's our 3 years.
Yeah,
and also, again, as Langley points out, with the old shows, they would always list the characters' names in the credits.
Yeah.
And also,
so yeah.
And also, I'm friends with Doug Jones on the Facebooks and the Twitters because he's awesome. But I saw one of his tweets this week that he shaved his head because he's going.
I told you, don't tell Suntress about that.
Sorry, but he shaved his head because he's starting season 4.
Oh no, he's gonna freak out. I knew it. I told you. I said, don't tell Johnny.
I'm okay. It's fine. Whatever.
He's like, I saw. He was so happy. He's like, I can't wait to start season 4. And he shaved his head. I go,
yeah, he was starting this week.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever. Yeah.
So we got another season, Johnny. We got to do this show for another season.
Oh man.
Jack Quaid is warming up his vocal cords for Lower Decks.
I don't know what to do. I'm on the tight now. Oh my God, Riker's my captain.
I can see us next year watching this show. And what's his name again? The girl with the dreads. What's her name?
Oh no.
Aloha, Jason. Thanks for joining us.
There you go.
Ooh, Hawaii.
Yep. It's like 2 in the afternoon right now, I think his time or earlier.
Or
something like that.
Next Tuesday.
Right, 4 hour. I think 4 hour difference from Chicago, Jason. I believe that's correct. Anyway. Other than that, I don't have. I mean, we can certainly move on to other things. I know Mitch has a thing. I haven't brought up the cover yet.
No, but it was okay. I mean, it wasn't a horrible episode. It was just.
But you gotta admit, it was a more Star Trek-y episode than they have been.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
But again, there were opportunities to share screen time and character development, and instead, nope, still the Burnham show. Sorry, that's where we are. It's just what it is. It is what it is.
I wouldn't mind it if Burnham wasn't just a douche all the time.
It was okay. Oh, you know why they introduced the character with all their memories now? Because now she's going to be their guide because they've been missing 1,000 years of history.
Well, of course.
So whenever something happens, they'll look over at.
Oh no, I understand. Yeah, no, that was clear. That's clear.
Yeah. So
She's going to communicate everything that happened through a cello, though, so it'll be hard to interpret.
We've had a trombone. We've had. Didn't Jada play a cello?
No, he played violin.
Violin. That was it. Okay.
I just saw the one with Data and his mom when they're doing the duet, and she played it too perfectly. She must be an android. And she was another android because Soon basically made himself a fembot.
Yeah,
to get down with.
You saw those people on that planet when Picard went. He wasn't stupid. They were all hot supermodels.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's like, hey, yeah.
I know.
Who needs a holodeck?
Golden skinned Soji was hot.
Yeah. She's on a commercial now for like Pepto-Bismol.
Good. That's appropriate.
I spotted her. I go,
did my show give you agita? Here, let me help you out.
Anyway. So we're done with Discovery. It is.
What
what
if you got more to say about it?
No,
God bless
I
you.
mean, I watched it, and I get up early, I get it out of the way. First thing I do is watch.
I watched 2 episodes of Red Letter Media. That's one of the YouTube channels that spends a lot of time talking about Star Trek, and they went through their second top 5 list of episodes, and I watched that, and it was fine. And I'm like, thank God, because as I was telling Mitch, I'm like, I can't watch it yet, man. I need a chaser before I have to swallow this bitter alcohol that is Star Trek Discovery.
It's better than Lower Decks. That I used to cringe. Ugh.
Well, anyway. We're 4 episodes in. I'm thinking. I don't know. I mean, again, I'm like, it was okay, and there were enough okay things that it didn't feel like a complete waste of time, but I'm still disappointed. Ed, did we ever figure out under which authority Saru got his 4th PIP promotion to the rank of captain? You could be a captain of a vessel without being the rank of a captain. Yeah, I think it was kind of self-ordained between him and Burnham.
Yeah.
Odds or evens.
They said that they were going to discuss it once they got here because they were in the middle of all that chaos stuff, and they decided last minute, let's just go.
Well, now. Wouldn't it be interesting if they show up and they see the Federation? And is Starfleet still part of the Federation? If it is, wouldn't it be great for Starfleet to go? Yeah, all right, hey, great, we got a new ship. All right, enough of your little Mickey Mouse command bullshit and stuff. Here's Commander 31st Century. He's taking over.
Oh, that'd be
captain.
Cool. Maybe the captain will be Buck Rogers.
Ooh, that'd be good.
BB. Get BB. Yeah.
I love that show. Not really. I love the idea of that show. It didn't hold up. All right. So
yes.
Mitch discovered, and actually I knew about this, but I'm glad that Mitch discovered it because it gives us something else to talk about. And that is a new Star Trek novel by the great Alan Dean Foster, who used to do the adaptations of the animated episodes and would flesh them out beyond the 20 minutes that we get on a commercial-free episode. And he's always been, of course, he wrote Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
He wrote everything, that guy, back
in he's a big, and still and isn't that amazing, 40 years later, still a great Star Trek, or I should say science fiction writer. And so now he's got this, The Unsettling Stars. There it is. And obviously, there you go. And it's based on the thrilling new Star Trek series. I think we can all have a discussion about that. But if someone is going to write about the Kelvin universe, I want it to be Alan Dean Foster because he knows what he's doing. And I think, just like the Kelvin comic books, Mike Johnson made the Kelvin universe that much more palatable. So I think Alan Dean Foster would likely do the same thing. I heard him on another one of my favorite Star Trek podcasts, the Inglorious Treksperts, and they did a nice over an hour interview with him about his whole career writing Star Trek stuff, and it was amazing. And he mentioned Unsettling Stars. So I'll buy it. I'll definitely buy it.
I walked into a Barnes and Noble for the first time since last February because I'm it's a whole new world out there. First off, it was depressing. I was the only customer in the entire store. It was like a movie set.
Wow.
It was like 4:00 in the afternoon. There was nobody there, but all the books are there. They're all brand new. All the magazines. It's like a time capsule, and they have a whole Trek section now, more than they ever did in a long time. And there was that. There was a Discovery novel. I was thinking of you. There was no Lower Decks novel. I looked. I said, I got to get Johnny a Christmas present. Maybe there's going to be a Lower Decks photo novel. There's none. But they had
we can make them one, just like scribble crayons all over a page on every episode, on every page, and send it to them.
But they also had, which I assume was new, was the original Star Trek with Kirk, McCoy, Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, and Bones. There was a novel about them too. So I didn't know if they're pushing everything out again, trying to find new audiences, and they have every flavor you could want. It's like, here's the Discovery novel, here's the Kelvin novel, here's the old 60s Star Trek. It's like, wow, this is a lot of stuff all out there at one time. So
no, they've always done a good job of keeping track of every spinoff with quality books. Like they push forward the Voyager and Deep Space Nine stories in the novels, and they're excellent. In fact, Kirsten Beyer, I believe it was her, or maybe it's another author, and you guys can correct me in the chat, but there's definitely somebody that is writing for new Star Trek television that came from writing the Void, or maybe it was Heather. I forget her last name, but either Kirsten Beyer or Heather, and I forget her last name. They were writing Voyager novels, one of them, and then got picked to write new Trek.
Yeah, because next week in the comic book shop, there's a fifth year old Star Trek comic coming out. They got the 7 of 9 comic book coming out next week, and there's another Trek book coming out because I saw the listings. I'm like, IDW's. I mean, there really is a major push. As much as we bitch and moan about Lower Decks and discuss, they're really selling the shit out of it.
Well, and that stuff is good. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like most of the IDW Star Trek comics I've read are excellent comics. Jackson Lanzig is an excellent writer doing them. Mike Johnson, I mentioned earlier. I know Jody Hauser was writing with Jackson, but I talked to her about it, and she said that Jackson really is the lead writer, and she was just kind of helping. But no, they're very, and I know JM, DeMatteis has got he's got a new one coming up.
Oh, and I told you last week when I couldn't be on that, Eagle Moss, the company that makes the little statues and the ships, they went back and got the rights to every single Star Trek comic book, all the way back to the Dell comics. Remember those in the early 60s, late 60s, maybe?
Len Wein used to write those. Go on.
Oh, the Dell ones too?
Yep.
I didn't know that. So
he wrote, Gold Key, Dell. Same
so
thing.
they repackaged them all into like 160 volume series, like the Time Life when we were kids. You'd send away, and every month they'd send you a couple more. And it's this massive library of every single Trek comic book. And they even had the comic strips, which I told you about. I didn't even know they existed. And you said they were written by Marty Pasco.
Marty wrote those. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And they came out at the time of the 79 movie.
Oh, the motion
picture. That was the tie-in. So yeah.
But they're all out at once, and they sell for about $15-$16, and it's a hardbound, nice put together trade graphic novel, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
But the thing of it is, they dumped them all at one time, though. So there's like 150 volumes of these things out all at once, and you could pick and choose which ones you want. But I said I would have started from the original show and then moved into that. But they're all over the place. They jump around from the Marvel to the DC ones to the IDW books.
Well, it depends on maybe how long they have the license for. That if they don't have it for very long, it's just easier for them to do it all at once, production-wise and money-wise as well.
You know, Ed makes the point that, the IDW writers are much better than the live-action writers. And no, I agree, Ed. Like I said, my buddy Dave Baker is doing that, the one, the Seven's Gambit or whatever the hell it's, Seven's Reckoning Voyager comic book that they're in the middle of. And it's very good.
You think that book I showed you that mentions the Kelvin universe was in production before they decided to pull the plug on Star Trek?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it takes. I mean, it takes the guy, however many months to write the thing, and then they got to vet it and everything. Yeah, no, definitely, absolutely. But the good news is, again, at least it's Alan Dean Foster, so they got a quality writer. And Dayton Ward has written Discovery novels. And David Mack, not our David Mack, comic book David Mack, but Star Trek writer David Mack, and they're good writers. So they get good people to write, Discovery and Kelvin Star Trek, and it's actually good.
No, I haven't read it though. Were you going to read it though? No?
Yes,
You will.
Yeah, I'll read it. Yeah, because it's Alan Dean Foster. Sure.
Okay.
No, I'm curious. It's it's like $10.
Oh, I know. I was just like. I know it's not going any farther now because they canceled the movie. So it's like,
that's
the point.
Well, I would think IDW will likely still make Kelvin unless CBS tells them not to. I would think they would still do it just because it's another iteration of Star Trek that you can write slightly differently than the original cast. But I guess that depends. And also just that whole idea that there are likely more current young Star Trek fans that have seen the JJ movies than will bother to go back and watch the original series, because the original series is 60s and old and slow and boring.
Yeah.
And paper mache rocks and, shirtless William Shatner.
Hey.
As opposed to shirtless Chris Pine.
Yeah, well. Depends on what you're into. Hey, he's got a brand new blues album that just came out last week.
Shatner?
Chris Pine?
Did we talk about how I bought the Blu-ray? I haven't cracked it open yet because I want to see the like alternate outtakes and special features. But they collected all of Shatner's a lot of Shatner's documentaries, Shout Factory, into a new Blu-ray collection. I think I said this, didn't I, before, that he wanted to promote it on StarTrek.com. And CBS is like, nope. And he's like, but they're all Star Trek documentaries. Yeah, but we didn't make them, and therefore it's not our product, so we're not promoting it for you. And it's
Come
like,
on.
Wow.
I'm like, the guy's 90.
Like, he will be 90, yeah, in March. Yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna die.
Ooh.
God only knows how they're gonna treat it when he dies.
Man.
Be like Sean Connery. People will be devastated.
Well, fans will be devastated. I didn't even see. Did Albert Broccoli's kids? Did
Say
Barbara
anything about
Broccoli?
it?
Yeah. Did they acknowledge
I saw,
Sean's passing?
I saw some Broccoli family in a tweet that said, the family were saddened by it because they made their billions of dollars off of him. So they
yeah.
I
hate him. I hate Cubby Broccoli. He could go to hell. All right, thank you, Sean.
Oh no, they had an old Johnny Carson YouTube. I watched it, and they said when he was doing Never Say
Who's the
Never.
greatest? Who's the greatest Bond villain?
And Carson said, "Yeah, who's the greatest?" He goes, "Cubby Broccoli." I was like, "Yeah, you go, buddy." He doesn't hold back.
Well, you can't. I mean, even David Picker, the guy in charge of United Artists, that was the movie, production company of the Bond films. He's like, they never gave him a raise, and it's true. It's like they made millions, and it's like, no, they made him stick to his original contract. That's why he was pissed. That's why he was pissed.
I did not know that. Wow, that is bullshit. So wow.
Our own Ted Knight, Wayne Musso, says, "Hi guys. I'll catch the show tomorrow since the episode hasn't aired yet up here. You guys look calm. Should be a good show. Live long and prosper." Yeah, we're all just like, Wayne,
I think the election
liked it.
The election beat up everybody so much this week. We're all like, whatever you want.
Yeah, you're probably. I was gonna say, well, no, because I saw it Tuesday. We may as well spend a moment on the Mandalorian because it's so much better than what we're getting on Star Trek. I watched it Tuesday night, and my mainframe guys were like, "Hey, we're gonna do a Mandalorian show later." And I said, "You guys want me to watch it, and then I'll come on?" They're like, "Yeah, would you do that?" I said, "Sure." So I watched it. It was great. It was fantastic. Timothy Olyphant was great.
Yeah. See,
good reveal at the end. I thought I was getting a spoiler that it was Obi-Wan at the end, but it's instead it's Django.
Spoilers!
Well, come on, it's been more than a week. Oh, did you not see it yet, Francis?
No,
he saw it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Francis.
No, I saw it.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sorry, man.
No.
But I love that Timothy Olyphant basically played the same character from Justified.
I
love it.
Raylan, No, it was great, and I love that he had Mandalorian armor or pieces of it.
Yep.
No, I thought it was a terrific episode, and
John
again,
Favreau is amazing.
Oh yeah, I want to marry that man.
And Dave
Filoni.
Yeah. No, those guys are amazing.
See, why do I know their names? They're not even on the episode.
I know the background characters on the Mandalorian. I see them once. I'm like, oh, look, they're on again.
Well, and I was all excited that the woman mechanic. I'm like, that's Amy Sedaris. That's fantastic. She is always.
Well, that's her second appearance. She was in
I know she was on last season too.
Yeah.
But I didn't initially recognize her, and then I was really listening to her talk, and I'm like, that is fantastic. It's Amy Sedaris, because I know they obviously pepper their cast with comedians.
Yeah,
but she's the first distinct female comedian that I've seen.
The guy that he goes to see in the boxing ring, to get the job. That's John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo. Yeah, I saw it on the credits. Yeah.
Yep.
But did you notice how when we talk about Star Trek, and I used to just tell you, they reference 3 or 4 things, and we would just check them off. When they do it on The Mandalorian, it's fun. It's like, oh, look, they mentioned this from 30 years ago, and you get all excited because how many did you catch? Yeah,
they have good
I was
writing.
Going to say, I thought you were going to say when we talk about Star Trek, we're like, it was episode.
I know, but Mandalorian.
When we talk about Star Trek, we're like,
no, but as soon as we say Mandalorian, everyone's face. Yeah,
well, I have a feeling that our last 10 minutes will be always about now how much better the Mandalorian is compared to shitty Star Trek. It's true.
We're gonna have to change the name of the show to Star Watch.
I can do that. Like Baby Yoda.
Just put a Baby Yoda in there.
Yeah. The ratings will go up because Baby Yoda's on it. We love Baby Yoda.
But yeah, it was in comparison, again,
And it go right
so
back.
much better. So
Your
much better.
Your energy just goes, yeah, right back. You're the Debbie Downer on the show. Wah, wah.
Detmer.
We didn't talk about at the end of Discovery. They were showing a Buster Keaton movie, and everybody was laughing. I was like, we won't even get into some of the racist things that are going to be in that movie, but we're not going to. All those old 30s movies have kind of things that you're
sorry.
like,
No, sorry. Maybe not in Buster Keaton movies, please find things to get offended by, Mitch, that aren't Star Trek.
Oh, don't you watch?
Would you?
Regardless of that,
I am reasonably comfortable in saying
Buster
that Buster Keaton didn't have any like bad black jokes. Now they may not have had black actors in there, and if you whatever, but I have a feeling that Buster Keaton was okay.
He was okay. Okay.
My problem with that is
the general is
what?
The general's a Civil War story, but that's about as close as you're going to get, I think.
My problem wasn't with that. My problem is they're watching a Buster Keaton movie and they're not going to know what cars are or streets or anything like that.
Or radios or
I don't know. Whatever. I mean, again, and it was obviously a nod to that short trek Calypso, where the ship has more of an intelligence now.
Oh, I didn't catch that, but sure.
Well, and I know Calypso takes place 1,000 years in the future, so maybe there's some sort of incident that's coming up where the ship is going to be left in the future, and the crew is, because that was the whole thing, was the ship was empty. That guy who I thought Book was going to end up being, but apparently that's a different character. But the guy that enters, do you know what I'm talking about? That was the Michael Chabon's first writing effort for anything new Star Trek, and he wrote this a short trek. And remember this one where the guy goes on Discovery, and the ship shows him a movie, shows him a Fred Astaire movie, I think. So it's along the same lines. I don't know. I thought that was the tie with all that crap. But yeah, it's like, that's cute. Still don't care.
When who is it? Tilly goes, look, everybody's here watching it. Everybody's in the room. I can't remember which character said it. I go, I hope they don't get hit by a rock because everybody's watching a movie and no one's flying the ship right now. But hey,
well, just look out the port windows, and if you see one coming, then duck.
Yeah, Langley's right. Calypso is the best of the short treks because nobody annoying is in it.
They got rid of the whole crew.
They did. They did. It's the ship and this guy. That's it
by itself. Yeah.
So anyway, that's
join us next week when we talk about the Mandalorian.
Right? Exactly, and we'll review episode 2. 100%. Absolutely, man.
It's just I don't know.
I know. That's a good pull quote.
It is. Here's the
quote, man.
Yeah, Star Trek. Mitch
I don't know, man.
It's okay.
I'm hopefully going to have some news that will excite the viewers and one Mitch Halleck as well, and actually Franco might even be intrigued by this. But I got to make it happen first, so I got to send out an email. But I'll tell you guys about a future Word Balloon guest if it's confirmed, when it's confirmed, so that those of you that enjoy watching the Trek Rewatch will actually enjoy it.
It's going to be Mike Macklin or whatever his name is. He's coming on from lower decks and just going to beat the shit out of us.
I'm going to say no, but I'm not going to acknowledge any other guesses.
All right.
When it's I'll let you guys know off the air. But when it's actually definitely going to happen, then we'll let the Trek audience know. But anything else?
Well, I was going to say, where do you think they're going to go with this season? They're going to have a big enemy to fight because they're going to need allies.
The Federation.
You think they're going to fight?
Clearly,
yeah, that's the bad guy.
Well, clearly, there's some sort of conflict based on what we saw in the clips for next week. I imagine there's going to be some greater bad out there that once again, not Discovery. Michael Burnham will save the day.
Yeah,
and then just the Federation is going to say we're now going to call ourselves the Burnham Continuum. Based on your greatness, and bow to you, oh great bird of the galaxy. And Gene Roddenberry is going to come from the dead and go, "This isn't the shit I wrote. You're doing it wrong." Now I'm going to go back to my grave and start rolling it once more. By all means.
Oh, you think they'll just discover all the ships will get the mushroom drive and everybody will be happy now that dilithium's gone? I mean,
no, because Tilly and Stamets are working on the alternative mushroom drive stuff.
Yeah, dark matter.
Oh yeah. Dark matter. Why don't we use dark matter? Okay, great. Sure. Good luck with that.
They're going to have everybody poop in a pot and then use that because that's dark matter.
I prefer Discovery bore me than anger me with how bad it is. So season 3's got that going for it. And Saru sends the crew to a film festival on Risa to reduce stress levels, leaves Discovery abandoned. Hence that's how Calypso happens. Maybe.
I have a question for you, Johnny. How's it ratings doing for CBS TV?
Not good. Not good.
Every third, I forget it's on. I'm like,
it scrapes. No, it scrapes the bottom of the barrel, and I understand because, again, the guy that I want to talk to, although I think it's still early enough in the first season that I'm sure my friends who didn't buy streaming but are Star Trek fans are intrigued enough. Like my old program director at BBM, Ron Gleason, great guy. And loves Star Trek. We used to watch. We would all sit in the big conference room at our first rock station we worked at, and at 6 o'clock it was on every night. Next Generation reruns, and like literally there'd be 5 of us that would stay after work was done just to watch Star Trek, and then we'd go home, and we'd all be laughing. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a boring. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So he's one of those guys, and I keep meaning to text him and ask him, "Are you watching Discovery? Are you enjoying it?" Because he and his wife really liked the show. It cracked us up. So, Linda likes the show very much, So we'll see. But anyway, all right. That's all I can think of.
Yeah. Wow. Our shows are shorter for an hour-long show
than the half-hour show. Yes. Well, there was more to shake our fist at on Lower Decks. I don't know. Again, we're just getting beat up. It's now.
That was renewed for a second season too, Johnny.
I'm not surprised.
Any word on when the Captain Pike show's coming on?
Well, if they're starting production on season 4 of Discovery, that started production as well.
Yeah, I would suppose so. The only thing I know is, and others have acknowledged it as well, that Bernardin said his work on it was done, so they've got the scripts locked. It's just a question of can they start production or whatever. Well, and I know other shows
are starting
are filming and stuff, like Joe Henderson and Lucifer. They're filming season 6.
I'm wondering if are they putting these actors in a bubble or are they testing them like daily or something like that?
I'm sure they're testing them daily.
No.
The Screen Actors Guild has set rules. So, everyone that's in the union has to, they have to get that like a level of protection.
Yeah.
And apparently it's going smoothly. I mean, like I said, I know
on some soap operas they're hiring actors' wives and or they're dressing up mannequins and there's guys. I saw it online. Some guy was kissing a mannequin like they.
That's hilarious.
This guy should get the Oscar for he's acting with this mannequin.
No,
how many soap operas are left?
There's like
at least one.
No, there's
General Hospital and
General Hospital.
Yeah. One is Young and the Restless still on CBS?
I don't
think so either.
Oh no, I know there's 2.
What's the one with Victor?
That's what I'm saying. Young and the Restless.
Yeah, my parents still watch that, so I think.
Okay, so then maybe there's one.
Maybe each network has one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, NBC has one anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, that was
Days of Our Lives. Yeah.
I was going to say,
we already said that one. All right.
Lost World over in England, they have the actors 2 sets, like 2 little bubbles. Like this is one crew and this is another crew, and they were alternating back and forth how they were filming the movie. So it could be done.
The movie of what?
A Lost World. Part, Jurassic Park, whatever this called.
Okay. Yeah.
Jurassic World or something.
Blue. You know me? Blue. It's my Chris Pratt imitation.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Thought I was watching it right there.
Yeah, let me tell you. All right. Yeah. All right. Beat me the hell out of here. I couldn't even hit my right communicator side. There we go. Can you get me out of this show, please? Can we go back to 1987 and enjoy, like, I don't know, well, actually, first seen a Star Trek show, too.
Yeah, we should go back and review that one. That sucked.
It was bad. There's still BBC America shows it every morning or like mid-morning to the afternoon. And they just started season 2. Dr. Pulaski, I got a stick up my ass, Captain. I disagree. Of course you do.
Oh, there was a Will Wheaton, whatever you want to call
Ready
it.
Room. Yeah, Ready Room.
About Discovery. Did you watch it?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
I saw it on the listings. I'm like, let John see it first and tell us how good it was.
All right, I'll watch it so we have more to talk about next week.
Yeah.
When we're disappointed by next week's episode.
I
Well, we'll
can't-
see. It's the Federation, so we'll see if there's what's revealed. So I don't know.
Oh, I know. It's about six more hours to the Mandalorian at 3:00 in the morning.
Oh, there you go. Very good. Enjoy
I
that.
have to avoid all spoilers. I'm not going to be able to see it till tomorrow night.
I'm doing To the Outer Limits. We're doing episode 14, I want to say.
Mhm.
The Zinti Misfits, which is that one with the little bugs that have faces.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That'll be fun. But all right, suffer with us next week as we put ourselves once again on the rack and pretend to really like Star Trek Discovery. Well said, Baby Yoda. All right, until next time, live long and prosper, and I don't know, watch better Star Trek. There's a ton of it that's streaming.
Yes, there is.
All right, Yoda. All right, see you guys. Take it easy. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.